say welcome, your name, all this other stuff. You know, don't run. You can speak for as long as you want to introduce yourself, talk stuff, introduce yourself, organic. Here he is. Stand by, don't touch it yet. Okay, so I just want to get our switches together. Step aside.
Wait,
what? What's that say?
Yeah, I was trying to come okay. There we go. That's
Okay.
Okay.
So again,
Justin switching?
you're looking straight into that
I'm going to be
camera.
doing the featured products.
He's going to be doing the featured products. All right, I'm going to switch. Well, I'm going to get started with the switch.
Okay.
Now her arm is in the switch right now. Her arm is in the product cam. So
Yeah, that's fine.
Is it? Okay,
Yeah, because
because
she's
we're
going
not
to go
using
like
the product.
that.
Okay, that's fine. And we are recording here. Sort of not recording there, recording there. We're live right now.
We're not live.
Not live at Amazon yet, we're live at other
Not live.
places. So I'm just looking around.
One question. Do you want me to actually like open up and eat the chips?
Yes.
If you want.
No, I
yes.
will.
If you want, of course you do. And you don't have to like them. But that's not good business. So she's got the mic low, so there's definitely.
Yeah, but that's why.
And you adjusted that
Yeah,
accordingly?
yeah.
Record here.
It's better than having a massage.
You look awesome. Again, if we do get a chat, Justin, where's the app?
Can I pull it up on you?
Yeah, pull it up on there.
I'll chat just for fun.
No, I don't want no fake chats.
Oh, well, I just want to see what the experience is.
What's the experience? If you're telling her that's not the experience, had you not told her you were going to chat, then she would have given the experience.
Yes. So once we live.
And I can feature products from there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So once we're I'll show you.
So again, nobody sees anything down there. You see, this is the only thing people will see here. We're going to be switching back and forth between this one. So I'll probably take this. This is mostly obviously the shot here. And then if we'll take a whole shot. Once I feel that you have that shot locked, I'll switch to that full shot. But the hard part of this is you got to keep it holding when I split the screen and everything else. And while you're talking about it as much as possible, hold it up. And then once you feel like we get it, then pull it back to you and then try it and open it up and stuff like that. And again, if you want to show a piece of something specific, whatever it is, I know this is totally off the cuff and everything else. That's the whole goal. You can't fuck up, so don't worry about that. It's just total fun and everything else. You can stutter, you can stop, you can start. We are live.
That's the only camera, right?
That's the only camera.
Okay.
There's no other cameras here. Don't look at any other cameras, just this camera here. And I should be rolling this camera, which I will be now. Roll this for fun. All right. And again, I want to show you that it's on Amazon Live. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sacrifice this monitor here. I'm going to do something here that I wasn't planning on it, but we'll do it anyway. So here's Amazon. What's that?
Turn the volume off.
I hope the volume's off. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is so what's going to happen here is I'm going to put it on here for you. And it's
Okay.
going to be right here live. And yes, if the chat comes through, we'll point to it or whatever it is. All right, Justin, I'm not on camera here, so I will across the screen there. That's fine. I'll do that. Doesn't matter if I do either. Once I get it up and running, because sometimes everything's also on a 10 to 20 second delay.
Okay.
If somebody does come in the chat and says something offensive or anything like that, have fun with it.
Okay.
They have moderators. But sometimes,
super offensive jobs.
sometimes, people do come in the chat, as you know, which I don't expect, but sometimes they do,
Yeah.
just to fuck around. But if they do come in and ask questions, engage them and everything else. You're not talking to this either, okay? That's the only thing you're talking to is the camera,
Okay.
nothing else. This, not a camera. So that's the only thing you got to worry about there. Let me see a wire here, which I'm going to move forward here. Super 2. And you're live. Don't look at me, just look at there. And again, it doesn't say how many people are watching or anything like that. They took that off. They used to. They don't do that anymore. And again, the fact that we're live is really just what differentiates this from, normal live streaming. And that's sort of what we're going for. And again, expect the unexpected. Maybe, you get into a chat. And again, I'd love you to talk about, if it comes up, the volleyball, whatever, USC, college life. It's not a, a tip show here about how to play volleyball or anything like that. Not that kind of thing. Just to get people, it's all about personality. You're a freshman. You don't know what is your major?
Neuroscience.
Neuroscience.
You just got the goggles.
Yeah.
Goggles.
I brought like lab goggles.
Lab glasses.
So blue light glasses is also one of you. You know what blue light glasses are? You do. You have yours?
I do not have them.
Awesome. All right, next time, the blue light glasses. Here we go.
I think they're on Amazon.
That's okay. You can still talk about it. You're a neuroscientist. All right, here we go. 3, 2.
Hi everyone, my name is Kaylee Young. I'm a freshman beach volleyball player at USC, and I'm here at Studio Place with Amazon Live. And I'm super excited to be showing you guys some of my favorite products that I use every single day. And so yeah, let's just get right into it. The first thing I'm really excited to talk about is these Legend Pop-Tarts, and I've been eating them for years now. I first tried them when I was a sophomore in high school. My favorite flavor is the cinnamon. And I first saw them at my local nutrition store, and I was drawn to them because I have a super big sweet tooth. Tried them, really liked them, so after every workout at my gym that was super close, I would go get them. Cinnamon flavor is the best flavor, but we have strawberry, which is also really good, probably one of my other favorites, and then the chocolate flavor. And I really was drawn to these because of the great ingredients. They have good macros, 20 grams of protein, 5 grams of net carb. So they were super good when I was I obviously as an athlete try to eat very clean, and yes. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna be trying it on screen. I'm gonna try the strawberry flavor because it's one that I didn't eat a lot in high school. Very good texture. My favorite part is the icing. It tastes just like a real Pop-Tart. It's very good. Tears really easily. Nice texture. And then also we have here a new protein chip, the legendary barbecue protein chips, which I'm also going to be trying. 20 grams of protein, 4 grams net carbs. They're really light. Only 150 calories per bag. And they taste just like a normal barbecue chip that you could find at any old grocery store. Very good. Definitely recommend these. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to be talking about are the glasses that I use every single day when I play. They're really light on your face, which is why I like them. They're the Oakley EV0 glasses. The lens is super nice. They're very clear. They're polarized. They're actually made for cycling, but I prefer them to play beach volleyball just because of how light they are on my face. I don't like big, heavy glasses that I feel like are weighing me down, or I'll be messing with them the whole time I play if they're super heavy. So I really like these. And they come within like 2 days on Amazon. And my whole team actually has them, so those. And then another thing that I think is a necessity as a college student are these metallic credit card holders. I just got them metallic because I really liked the color of them. But you know, you have student IDs that you need for basically every place you go on campus, and you just stick these on the back of your phone. There's a sticker on the back that you just peel off. So having basically your whole wallet on the back of your phone is super convenient, and I would definitely recommend these for any college student. Also, within the realm of beach volleyball, something that's super important to me is making sure that I'm taking care of my skin. So putting on this L2MD sunscreen every single morning before every single practice is super important. It has a really nice tint to it, so it almost is like you're wearing makeup, but it's just sunscreen. I first got this from my dermatologist back at home. I'm originally from Texas, and so I ran out of it within my first month at USC, and I didn't know where else I could get it, so I just searched it up on Amazon, and luckily they had it. But it's really good for acne-prone skin as well, which I do have, and just sweating a lot can make, your acne flare up. So I really like this sunscreen because it has like a bunch of good things for the skin in it, such as niacinamide, and it really helps just, block the sun, but also cover up blemishes and whatnot. And then another one of my practice essentials is this TG hair wax stick, and I use it to kind of slick back my ponytails so there's no flyaways, especially, playing in the wind. My hair blows around a lot, so I kind of want it to be held down, and this is really nice because it's not like a gel that makes your hair really hard. It's super soft, and then when I wash it out, it feels like I never had anything in my hair to begin with. So it's really good to keep your hair healthy, but also, get what you need out of a hair wax, hair gel kind of product. Next, I have these safety goggles, and of course they're pink because why not? I'm a neuroscience major, and for anyone who knows that if you're a STEM major in college, you have to be wearing these in all your labs. And I really like them because they are glasses. A lot of times the goggles give me a headache, especially being in a 3-hour lab. So these are really nice because you kind of forget that they're there, and they look cute with the pink on them. So I would definitely recommend these for any college STEM major who doesn't want headaches. So a funny story about my first month at USC, I keep all my school supplies and my practice gear in the same backpack because I'm running from class to practice most days. So I had just gotten a brand new computer right before college. It was really expensive. And one day I opened it up and the screen's all messed up with lines all over it. So I had to take it into the Apple store, see what was up with it. And it seems that sand had gotten in the screen. And for anyone who knows tech, you know that even a crumb can damage a lot of computer screens. So after I got my computer fixed, I decided I really needed to buy one of these Vandal laptop cases. They're really thin and it's really cute with the cheetah on it. And I like the inside of it because it's kind of fluffy and it makes sure that your laptop will stay safe. And I can actually fit both my laptop and iPad in here. So it's super convenient and keeps the sand out because I definitely don't want my computer or iPad to ever get messed up with sand again. It costs a lot of money to get fixed. And then a part of my nightly routine includes these 5-1 24 karat gold eye mask pieces. After a really long day, I have bad eye bags, so I'll just open up one of these. It comes with 60 pieces. This is what the inside looks like. And right when you take them off, you can notice the shine that they give your eyes, and you only leave them on for 5 to 10 minutes. But the hyaluronic acid in them just really gives your face a nice plump and gold finish. So I'll show you guys what it looks like on. You just put it on like this every night. I will let it sit there for like 5 minutes, so I can show you guys what that looks like after 5 minutes. Next thing, an essential, especially being in Southern California. I'm from Texas, so I wasn't used to how dry it was here. So within the first few weeks of being here, my lips would crack all the time. My skin would crack all the time. So I asked some of my teammates from Southern California, what their go-to was to keep their lips and skin moisturized. And they told me that the Aquaphor Lip Repair Stick was their favorite thing to keep their lips moisturized. And it's super easy to just keep in my backpack. It also helps protect from the sun, which I really like, because being a beach volleyball player, I don't want any sort of skin cancer going on with my lips. And I have a big giant freckle in the middle of my lip, which is prone to turn into skin cancer if I don't make sure to keep my lips protected from the sun. So I really recommend these. They come in packs of 2, 4, or 8 on Amazon. I usually get the 2-pack, but because they last for a really long time, but definitely recommend those. And then another thing I have is these LED light bulbs. They're actually the bulbs that are behind me. They come in a pack of 6. This is what one of them looks like out of the box. They're very thin, yellow light. Creates a super cool kind of like coffee shop, homey vibe. So they're perfect for anyone who likes to feel cozy in a room or anything like that. And this is what the box looks like. And yes, so just to kind of show you what these eye masks do. I'll take it off here and you can immediately see how there's already a glow there from all the great things that are in these eye masks. So these are perfect for anyone who has super tired eyes after long days at work, long days at practice, etc. Can't recommend these enough. And that's all I have. To go back to these protein pastries, they are only 180 calories per serving. And as a beach volleyball player, I really like to watch what goes into my body. And so these are perfect, especially because I do crave sweets a lot. And I'll show you the whole thing out of the box. It even looks like a real Pop-Tart with the sprinkles all over it, which I think is great because gotta look the part too. Try this one. The middle inside also has like a icing filling kind of thing, which my favorite part of sweets, cake, cupcakes, whatever, is the icing. So this really gets me my sweet fix, but also makes me know that I'm still eating healthy and doing what I need to maintain my physique so I can play at the highest level. And I'll break open, the cinnamon flavor is my favorite flavor, so I'll break open the middle of that one and just show what it looks like more in the middle. This is what the outside of the cinnamon looks like. Looks like a real Pop-Tart again. And then this is the full middle. It's a big icing filling. Very good. Just to show you guys how many chips come in this little bag. Oh. How much sugar are in those? Okay, let's see. There's only 5 grams of net carbs, 0 grams of total sugar. 0 grams of total sugar in the whole Pop-Tart and only 5 grams of carbs. So definitely a super good option for anyone who's trying to cut down on carbs or sugar, which I know I was at one point, and these were my saving grace when I was doing that. And then just to show you guys how many chips actually come in these bags, it's super filled up. Like, this bag's really big. It's not bigger than my head almost. And this is what the front of them look like again. That's the actual size of the chip. Again, very good. They're very light. Tastes just like an actual barbecue chip. They have the crunch that a lot of people crave, which I know I do it sometimes. My whole family does. The ingredients are also very clean. There's no artificial flavors, colors, or sweeteners. And they're not fried, they're popped. I'm very picky on what ingredients go into my health foods, just because I know a lot of health food brands can have a lot of artificial flavorings and things like that when they're trying to go for a more authentic taste. But with these, I feel very comfortable eating them just because there's no artificial flavors, colors, or sweeteners in them. And that's just, it's very good. And the first ingredient is the protein blend, meaning that there's not a lot of bad things in there. And yes. Just to kind of go back, I can't recommend the Oakleys enough just because of how light they are. You can see from the side how thin they are, and just the back, the nose piece is really nice. They're light. I like a lot how there's not a top layer on them. It feels like there's nothing on my face at all. When I put them on, it feels like nothing. I know a lot of beach volleyball teams are given the big bulky sunglasses because they're in style or whatever, but I personally can't play in those, so these were a steal for me, and I needed to get a pair quickly when I first got here. So I saw these on Amazon and just picked them up real quick. Came within 2 days, super nice. Can't recommend them enough. Another part, another one of my favorite parts about these credit card holders is that they were super cheap and they came with like 6 of them. And so they also are really durable. I've had mine on my phone for probably 6 months now, and it still hasn't come off. So I've only used one out of the whole package. And there's multiple different color pattern kits that you can get. I chose the metallic because I thought it just looked fancier. But there's gold, there's white gold, rose gold, and then I currently have the silver one on my phone. It's very nice. It has 2 different pouches in it. So I like to keep my driver's license and my credit card in the front because it's super easy to take out, and then I'll keep like my insurance card in the back. And again, even with the back slot, it's super easy to just pull it out at any moment that you need it. If you're at the pharmacy, grocery store, whatever. And also, with all the new credit card kiosks and the tapping, you can tap through the credit card holder. So that's another nice feature. You don't have to take out your credit card and tap. You can just tap the back of it, and it works at the credit card machine. Another great part about the sunscreen is that I've had this bottle for almost 2 months now, and it's still super heavy. I have barely used any because it lasts a really long time. You only have to use a small amount. So I can get out and show you guys a little bit of it on my hand and just the way it finishes. That's probably the amount I use for my full face. And it's super light. It blends into the skin really well. It's also really moisturizing, which helps me a lot in this dry weather and being in the dry sand all the time. So as you can see, it finishes with like a nice glowy tint. And I'm a big fan of the glowy makeup. So where are my volleyball games played? So this season we have a few matches at our home facility at USC, and then our first tournament is actually in Hawaii, which we're super excited about. We haven't gone to Hawaii in a while, so it's going to be really nice to go there where it's warm. And then usually we'll play around the LA area, so at the UCLA facility, USC facility, sometimes Manhattan Beach, California. Super nice out there, super fun. I'm really looking forward to this season. That's so cool. Beach volleyball. Yes, beach volleyball is the best sport at USC. We're actually going for the 4th national championship in a row this year. We won 3 in a row, 2021, 2022, and 2023, so we're hoping for a 4-peat in 2024. If we win this year, it'll be the 7th overall national championship. And the sport's only been played for like 11 years, so winning 6 out of the 11 is pretty cool. And I'm really, really happy to be a part of the program this year. So should definitely tune in to watch some of USC Beach Volleyball's matches this year.
How many people are on the team?
We have 22 people on our team this year. So it's a pretty big team.
How many play at once?
10 play at once.
I always think about the 2-on-2 beach volleyball.
It is 2-on-2. So the way it's played is it's kind of like tennis, where you have 5 pairs. So you have 5 partnerships that play for your team at once. So you rank them from your best team, which is your number 1, to your 5's team, and then your 1's team plays versus, for example, UCLA's 1 team, and then whoever wins the best 3 out of the 5 wins the match. So it's really fun, and it can come down to usually at a high level, it comes down to a super intense finisher, because a duel could be tied 2-2, and then it's down to 1 pair to decide who wins, and that's usually how the national championships are decided because of the level of play that it's at. And it's super fun, super engaging sport, and I'm just glad to see it growing so much from the small sport it was when it started to what it is now.
And where's your home beach? How does that work?
Home beach is actually, we have a facility at USC, Merle Norman Stadium. We have 3 courts, a nice like seating facility, and it's probably the best place to play ever because it's just so beautiful. There's all these palm trees in the background playing. Nothing, you can't beat playing at home just because of the support that USC brings out, all the alumni. Even at our practices, like we'll have people just drop by and watch to show their support. And I mean, the university is just so great. I'm super excited to be a part of that this year and just contribute to the culture that's being built there.
Do anybody play on the ocean?
Yes. So our matches in Hawaii this year will be played on the beach. And then all of our fall tournaments were played on an actual beach. So we played in Manhattan Beach, Huntington Beach, Santa Monica Beach, and then we played a few in Hermosa Beach, and we practiced there also sometimes, which is super cool to get the elements like the wind that you don't really have to think about at a home facility because we are in the middle of a city. But the wind definitely adds a different element to the game. So I would say it's exciting, but also scary to play at the beach just because of the wind and all those different elements that are added.
And I missed the part of where you're from and how you got into this.
So I'm actually from Southlake, Texas, which is about 15 minutes outside of Dallas. I originally started playing indoor volleyball. My dad was my first coach in 3rd grade. He played volleyball in college. So I played indoor, and then I decided, you know, I want to try beach just for fun. Some of my friends were outside playing it, and so I just kind of joined in for the fun. And then I decided I like this a lot more than indoor. I like being outside in the sun. I like going to the beach to play. So I decided to pursue it full time. And then obviously USC is the best school ever. So I wanted to go there since like 7th grade. And then now I'm here playing at USC, and it's like a dream come true.
Okay, how did you get to USC?
So the beach volleyball community, when I was going through my recruiting process, was still pretty small. There was not as many teams as there is now, and USC has been and always will be the best. And so I pushed myself to a standard where I wanted to go to the best school that I could for my sport, and USC is that place. And that's why I decided USC. I would bug my coaches a lot. I was the kind of person who would send them an email a week just explaining how much I wanted to go there. I'd send them film, and they took a chance on a little girl from Texas, and now it's really awesome to be a part of it.
But you switched in high school to play beach?
No, I switched in 7th grade.
Beach?
Mm-hmm.
There's beach in 7th grade?
Yes.
How many high schools have beach volleyball in Texas?
So it's not a high school sport in Texas right now. It's a club sport. So you have to play through your own funds and all that. But it's even growing so much where people are just starting with beach now. And I would say when I was going through it, you would only start with indoor volleyball, and then you would switch to beach. But now beach has gotten so big where a lot of girls just originally go with beach, even from a young age, like 1st or 2nd grade, which I think is really awesome.
What if you stuck with indoor volleyball, what would have happened?
If I would have stuck with indoor volleyball, I could see myself playing at a smaller D1 school just because it's a lot more competitive. It's a lot bigger of a sport right now. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of amazing schools to go to for indoor volleyball, and there's Power 5 teams in all conferences. Beach just isn't in that place yet, but it's growing at such a fast rate. I could see it becoming as big as indoor within the next 10 to 20 years, which is super exciting. So I definitely think that there are higher chances of going to the best places in beach volleyball than there would be in indoor volleyball.
So back to how did you get to USC, the national championship team?
Every single day I would wake up really early in the morning. When I started getting serious about beach, I realized it's going to take a lot for me to reach the goals that I want to reach. So that would look like waking up super early in the morning and going to work out with my mom at a gym, and then going to volleyball practice after school, and then going to another workout after that. And it just took a lot of commitment and drive to get here. And that's a big reason also that my coaches were drawn to me. It's because of the work ethic. And I would say every single girl on our team right now has that work ethic, because that's what it takes to get to a national championship program. And I think that there are also ways that you can get better outside the volleyball court too, whether that's watching film, eating right, sleeping right, stretching every night. I think all those factors are really important, just to be a student athlete in general. And then I have a chat that says, how do you have time for school? And that was really, really hard to adjust to my first semester, especially being a neuroscience major. It was super rough, like the first 2 weeks, learning how to balance and manage. But the number one thing I do every week is I make a list of all the assignments I know I have to do, and then I'll schedule them out in my calendar, hour by hour, what I do, and I sit down and I just do it. And I would say the biggest thing is just allotting your time throughout the week so it doesn't feel like a pile on at the weekends.
Going back to high school, you went to regular high school and then you did not play sports in high school because you did beach?
I played indoor volleyball for my high school. In my senior year, I actually got to play with my younger sister, who is a full-time indoor player. She's amazing. She's 6'4", so that helps her a lot too. But that was a really cool experience getting to represent my high school. My mom actually went to the same high school that I went to as well, so it's kind of like a family legacy. My mom has 4 brothers who played football there. She played basketball there. So super cool to just kind of have that pride playing for something that I grew up with my whole life, and then getting to play with my sister my senior year was the cherry on top. And even though I wasn't an indoor player for club, it was super fun to get to play that, not in a serious club setting.
What was your daily routine like when you were in high school with the beach volleyball?
So while I was in indoor season, it was really busy. I would wake up at like 7, I would go work out before school, and then I would go to school. I had indoor volleyball practice after school, and then I would go straight from indoor practice to beach practice, which meant I was playing volleyball for like 4 to 5 hours straight every single day, plus trying to keep up in the weight room and with conditioning. And to play beach volleyball in Texas, sometimes you have to drive a little bit to go to the best places. So I would have to fit in like an hour drive to the facility I would go to every day. So it added for a really long day. I would leave the house at like 7 in the morning and wouldn't get back until like 11 at night. So it was definitely hard, but worth it to get where I'm at right now.
How many days a week was that?
5 days a week, all 5 days. And then Tuesdays and Fridays were the days I had games for my high school, so I wouldn't go play beach volleyball on those days. I would just have my games.
Was it a big surprise when you got into USC?
I think it wasn't a surprise. It was more of just like, it felt like everything was falling into place. I wasn't sure if I would be able to go there, but throughout my recruiting process, I kind of had like a sense that that was where I would end up. And then when I finally said yes to going there, it just felt like a relief in that everything I was doing had paid off. What's your best advice for my daughter who is sitting here wanting to get into beach volleyball? She had no idea that was a college sport. Oh, my biggest advice is honestly first to start. You could just start out watching it and just seeing how crazy fun it is. I recommend watching AVP Pro Beach Volleyball. It's the Association of Volleyball Professionals. And just the aura that that company has created with beach volleyball is going to make it grow so much. And they actually do have a junior circuit. So if your daughter wanted to go play on one of those tournaments, they have several all across the country, anywhere from New York to California. And that's actually one of the ways I started getting into it. Is my first tournament ever was an AVP Juniors tournament. And that honestly solidified my love for it just because of the way that they put their tournaments on. They're super fun, and I would definitely go that route first. And honestly, just to pick up a ball, go to a court, and just start playing, and just you'll fall in love with it instantly.
What were the other schools besides USC?
Some other schools besides USC, obviously USC was my absolute number one. Didn't want to go anywhere else, but I was interested in Cal Berkeley, TCU, UCLA. Glad I did not choose that one. And I would say those are the main other 3 that I was looking at.
When did that recruitment process start?
So there's an NCAA rule that the coaches can't talk to you until June 15th after your sophomore year. But I would say the recruiting process actually starts like a few years before that, because you kind of have to kickstart it with reaching out to the coaches yourself, emailing them, cutting up your film. So I would spend about 2 hours of my weekends cutting up film and making videos to send to the coaches. And then I would write a really personalized email to each coach, send it off, and that's how the coaches kind of get to know you. So on June 15th, they can reach out and they already know exactly who you are.
Is the club beach volleyball the same as the college in terms of the process, in terms of the point, the 5-team thing?
No, so juniors beach volleyball is more you pick your partner and you can choose whatever tournament you want, and it's kind of just, you're playing everyone. And the juniors beach volleyball is starting to adopt some tournaments that are like the college format. I actually played in one my senior year, and we won the national championship. So that was super fun experience. I played with my club Mad Sand. I would say more juniors tournaments are trying to start adopting it, but as of right now, it's more you play with whatever party you want, and then you just play to win the whole tournament.
Is there any fashion now in beach volleyball?
Any fashion? So one of my favorite players, Zana Muno, is starting to bring more fun fashion choices to beach volleyball, which I'm super excited about. She'll wear like an athletic dress or a skirt to play, which I think is really cool because it kind of deviates away from the standard bikini that everyone wears. I was never a fan of wearing that, so I would wear, shorts and a matching sports bra, and I would kind of have fun putting outfits together. And that's another main reason I really like beach volleyball, especially playing as a junior, is there's no uniform, so you can play in whatever you want, whatever makes you feel good, and honestly, you can have fun with your fashion choices in it, which I think is really cool.
Who are the big legends in beach volleyball?
Biggest legends on the women's side are Carrie Walsh Jennings. She has multiple gold medals. And then April Ross, who just won a gold medal in the Tokyo Olympics. She's won a gold, a silver, and a bronze medal. So she's super decorated. She was actually a USC athlete as well. Carrie Walsh Jennings played at Stanford. She's amazing. She's actually just founded her own beach volleyball platform for juniors called P1440, and they're doing a lot of work to try to pour into the sport and make it grow on a younger girls level. And then on the men's side, I would say it's Sinjin Smith and Karch Karai, who they're amazing. They're so good. I love watching them play. My dad actually introduced me to them because he played beach volleyball a lot growing up. He was another person who pushed me into doing it, and he said that he would just go watch Karch and Sinjin play, and he actually gave me a Karch Karai book that I still have to this day, and I read, and it has a bunch of cool techniques in it.
So the Olympics are coming up. What does that mean?
So the Olympics are coming up, and two Trojans actually secured their bid. Kelly Chang and Sarah Hughes both played beach volleyball at USC. They just won the World Championships in Tlaxcala, Mexico, so that secured their spot in the 2024 Olympics. And one thing that makes beach volleyball super cool to watch in the Olympics is that the USA only gets 2 spots, and the USA is really competitive for beach volleyball. So the years leading up to the Olympics are really fun and exciting to watch because there are so many good teams battling for their spot.
There's only 2 players on the team, and they're both USC?
Well, that's one pair. There's 2 pairs that get to go. So 2 girls on one of the pairs both went to USC, and they actually played together at their time at USC, and they're probably one of the most decorated pairs to ever have stepped out of USC beach volleyball. So it's going to be super cool to get to support them and just have pride of USC playing in the Olympics.
How many games are there? How many tournaments are there during the season?
It varies. I would say probably there's 16 major tournaments on the Olympic side.
For your team?
Oh, for our team?
College.
College, we have 10 to 12 this season. So our season starts February 22nd, and the finals is in the beginning of May. So we have about two months and 2 weeks that we play. So it's a really short season, but it makes to be really fun because it just feels like you're going the whole time. So I'm super excited to, get my feet in the water, this being my first season, and get to go to all the cool places. The national tournament's actually in Gulf Shores, Alabama, so we do get to play on an actual beach. The sand's really white. I've been there a few times. I went to watch USC play there in the past when I was committed there. And the NCAA does a great job putting that tournament on and drawing in a lot of fans. This is actually the last year it will be in Gulf Shores, and the following years it will be in Huntington Beach. So it will be closer to USC, but we will miss the magic of Gulf Shores, of course.
And you may have already said this, but how often do you practice? What is your week like in season and out of season?
So as a collegiate beach volleyball player, we practice 6 times a week. We're in the gym lifting or conditioning 5 times a week. And that has stayed consistent through off season and while right now we're getting into our season, just because we take preparation super seriously and want to make sure that we're at the top of our game.
So one last thing. Do you know how many colleges play
So as of right now, only 16 teams get into the NCAA tournament, which has been growing a lot.
Hold on, how many colleges have beach volleyball?
There are about 200 D1 schools, and that's grown a lot from when it has originally. And I know that a bunch of programs are planning on adding beach volleyball, so that'll be exciting to see. The Big 12 actually just added beach volleyball this year, so seeing it grow as a conference sport just solidifies that it's growing super, super fast at a national level.
Do people leave indoor to go beach while they're in college? Or
Yes.
Vice versa?
They do. So a bunch of people take a grad year as a beach volleyball player, and a bunch of people just switch throughout the seasons with the new transfer portal rules between indoor and beach, just to get a different experience in college. And then a lot of people play both too, because it is different seasons.
So is the transfer portal a good thing, bad thing for you, or you don't care?
I don't really care, honestly. I think it has its good and bad qualities.
All right, let's go ahead and close it out. Tell people who you are, so thanks for watching.
Again, thank you so much for watching the Studio Place Amazon Live. I'm Kaylee Young, freshman beach volleyball player at USC, and I had a super great time sharing all my favorite Amazon products, just getting to share a little bit more about who I am. Thank you so much.